Some of the things that differentiate Tuckerman beers from other beers are we have a process of bottle conditioning called krausening that we do that most breweries wouldn't bother with because it's a constant coordination between your brew days and your bottling days. What most breweries do is what's called forced carbonation, where they inject CO2 into the liquid, and that way as soon as the beer is in the bottle or keg, it's ready to drink and ship out. But we like to use this German process of bottle conditioning where we add a little bit of fermenting beer to the finished beer, and it causes a secondary fermentation inside the package. And as a byproduct of that process, CO2 is created, but it can't escape the package, so it goes into the liquid, and then we get carbonated beer. You get a more delicate carbonation, a more natural carbonation in the finished beer. But that process takes 8 days of bottle conditioning for the secondary fermentation to occur in the bottle or keg. So we have to hold on to that beer for an extra 8 days after it's packaged, which for most breweries would be too cumbersome or too expensive to do. And we're one of the only breweries in the country that consistently bottle condition all of our beers. Another process that differentiates us from other breweries is a process of cold conditioning that's called lagering. And we use horizontal conditioning tanks that are called lagering tanks. And most breweries would just ferment the beer and then go straight to the bottling line. But for us, we find that by cold conditioning the beer in horizontal conditioning tanks at 40 degrees, it allows the beer to mature and get rid of some of the off flavors from fermentation. And it also allows us to do a process called dry hopping, where we put fresh hops into the tanks with the beer and let them sit in contact with each other for at least a week for the pale ale and the head wall, and up to 3 months for the stout. So the lagering process really allows it to pick up some extra hop flavors as well.
Perfect.